So I'm sitting here thinking as a business owner, of someone who's passionately committed to the space that I'm in, of people development, people growth, building great teams, helping
Yeah.
companies with their hiring strategy and recruitment and all that kind of stuff. Um, I hear your comment about proximity, the problem. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? Do I quit my job? Do I come? How do I do that? 'Cause I often wrestle with that kind of stuff because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be somebody who just goes, oh, I'll throw money
Yeah.
to somebody else who's doing something we're not willing to get myself in there. But do you have
Yeah.
my question?
I do.
I'm like,
I do.
because
would
I
say,
can resource this by
yeah.
not staying in my lane, but I can say, hey, I'm actually good at what I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go generate wealth to support you to go and
Yeah.
do what you
Yeah.
do. Or do I really need to be personally my proximity? No, I need to actually get involved, or am I the right person to do that? Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you 100%. So when we talk about mission and vision for
Mhm.
City on a Hill, one of the things we say is we are about transforming cities and families
Yeah.
by one, restoring hope,
Yeah.
enhancing quality of life,
Yeah.
and advancing justice for all generations.
Yeah.
That's how we frame those three things are important.
Same again.
Yeah. So transforming cities and families
Yep.
by man, you put me on the spot there. Yeah, by restoring hope,
Yes.
enhancing quality of life,
Yeah.
and advancing justice
Okay.
for all generations. And then we do that. Our dream of the measures of success, the metrics, right? So
Yeah.
how do we know we arrived?
Yes.
So we know we will arrive when we see a world or a city, in our case right now, starting with Milwaukee, a world free from poverty in all of its forms, whether it's material, emotional,
So just a
physical,
small
spiritual,
mission.
just a small
Very
mission.
small.
It's got to be big.
Why do you dream bigger, dude?
But I like it's got to be big because it's got to go beyond me.
Yes.
Right? It's got to go beyond my lifetime.
That's fantastic.
And that's important. So, but I say that to your question to frame this. When you're in the mission of city building,
Yeah.
you actually need the diversity of gifts. We believe, like, the network for good, the movement for good, we're helping not just create. We believe those things already exist. We need to tap into it and then increase it.
Yeah.
You actually need a diverse sets of skill sets
Yeah.
to create almost a city within a city on a hill.
Okay.
You need the gifts of whatever the various lanes to actually
Yeah.
function together. So I think it's actually a detriment if you chose to stop doing what you're good at
Right.
and you came and joined me, because I think there's something about what you do that you can bring to the work that we're doing.
Okay.
Right? Be good at your craft,
Yep.
do great, like build the world, make the world better in
Yep.
what you do, but bring that trade, that skill, that influence into something like the network City on a Hill is building.
Okay.
Because really, we're in a lot of ways rebuilding cities
Yes.
that need the capacity to build wealth within themselves.
Okay.
You cannot subsidize change. You actually need to help people create an economic engine to rebuild communities.
Wow. This
And
is
so
awesome.
You can't do that. If you just throw the money,
Yeah.
that company or the youth entrepreneurs, they will exist for 5 years until that subsidy's there, and then they will go out of business
Same as
because they
when,
don't have a business model that works.
when people who win the lottery, they end
Exactly.
up
They don't have
within a
the
few
skills.
years and they have nothing. It's all gone.
Yeah. And so I would say come on the journey with us and bring the gift that makes you unique and powerful, because that is who you are. And then when you join our movement, come and replicate your DNA into our network. And what that means practically is, like, come into a space with our young people or a parent on the journey seeking to say, I have dreams for my kids. I just don't know how to do it. Come and share of who you are, not just your stuff, but like your heart.
Yes.
Come share resources, but share of your life
Yeah.
and your journey and the skill set. Help us build new cities.
Yeah.
And then I think this is something for Titus that I'd like to learn more about. How do we help entire groups of people, like, go on a mission journey together, like somewhere else in the world,
Yeah.
and see how change can happen?
Yeah.
I would love to do that with my team.
Yeah.
to expand. So my journey has enabled me to see the world
Come
in a
on.
different way. I would like my entire team to be on a mission to see the world is bigger than your zip code. The
Yep.
world is bigger than your journey. You got to be constantly learning
Yes.
and challenging yourself to expand your paradigm and your ability to dream the bigger dream.
Okay.